What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and today a few things. One, got a new mic, so please let me know how the sound quality sounds. And while the details of this are still a little bit in the air, I don't have all the equipment I need yet. Going to try and start doing streaming things soon. So keep your ears open for that if you care enough. I don't know if you do, so yeah, I hope you do though. I hope you do. But yeah, so today we are learning how to play Dream Mirror, the new TCG exclusive archetype in Rising Rampage, I believe it is. And let me tell you something about Dream Mirrors. Oh, they're some high level garbage. Like I do not know how to make this deck good. Like if someone does, awesome, good for you. But there's just so many problems. Like there aren't enough normal summons. You have to be able to special summon because otherwise you don't have anything. None of the pieces are really searchable except by going completely out of your way to make them searchable. And you have to have the field spells to do literally anything. Okay, this deck is it was a slog to play this, but I did put together a list. This is not good, but is the best I could manage. So yeah, let's just get right into it with the main deck. So the whole thing about the Dream Mirror archetype is you have two field spells that the deck is based around. Dream Mirror of Joy and Dream Mirror of Terror. They each have different effects, and the monsters have different effects interacting with them. Both of them do have one common effect, though. That is good, super important to keep in mind. During the end phase, if you have one of the field spells active, you can banish it, activate the opposite field spell from your deck or hand. So it is pretty good for deck cycling. In the end phase, they will both proc. So say you have Dream Mirror of Joy, you can go into Terror, then Terror can banish itself for another Joy. That will automatically make your Dream Mirror Fantasy live, which is nice, I guess. Like Dream Mirror Fantasy, actually not a terrible, terrible card. It's pretty good actually. But yeah. So that being said though, since the field spells are so important, let's go over what they actually do besides their replacement effects. So first up, Dream Mirror of Joy. It makes it so that Dream Mirror monsters you control cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects or their monster's attacks, except the Dream Mirror monsters with the highest level, and this effect is only applied when you control a light Dream Mirror monster. Dream Mirror of Terror. So long as you control a Dark Dream Mirror monster, each time your opponent would special summon monsters, you inflict 300 damage to them. So the effects, not as important. What's important is that you are able to cycle through them as you need to, because the monsters have their own special summoning conditions, kind of, and they require to have the opposite attribute Dream Mirror field spell. So the dark ones require the light ones require the dark ones for their special summoning. So keep that in mind. Now we'll go over the things you hope you draw, because wow, let me tell you something. You need these cards. So our two level ones are Ikelos, the Dream Mirror Sprite, and Ikelos, the Dream Mirror Mara. So, when Sprite is special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, or Mara, because she special summoned Sprite, you can search a Dream Mirror card, add it to your hand except for itself, and as a quick effect during the main or battle phase, if Dream Mirror of Terror is in a field zone, you contribute to special summon a Mara from your deck. And when Mara is special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, you can special summon any Dream Mirror monster you want from your hand. So, the idea is pretty much like find a way to special summon Ikelos. Ikelos searches one of your big boys. Then you tribute her to summon Mara. Mara will summon the big boy that you searched. So that's the basic combo, and Mara can also tribute itself during the main phase to special summon a Mara from deck, so long as a Dream Mirror of Joy is in a field zone. So It is actually kind of neat how it's worded in a field zone because like the mirror match, and this is a mirror-based deck apparently. So that's kind of a neat little thing. I actually do appreciate that a little bit. Now, I mentioned the combo with the Ichaloses. Now, what are the big boys? Are they worth running at free? No, but you don't have other options with this deck, so you run them at free. But yeah, so we have the big boys in the form of Morpheus, the Dream Mirror Black Knight, which is the best Dream Mirror monster, and Morpheus, the Dream Mirror White Knight. So let's go over White Knight first. If it's special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, you can activate this effect. So this is weird. It's not like a condition, it's an activation. It's strange, but keep it in mind. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. So ideally, what you can have is a untargetable, undestroyable, unkillable by battle Morpheus if you have Dream Mirror of Joy on your field. And it has the effect that you contribute it so long as Dream Mirror of Terror is in a field zone to summon the Dark Attribute Morpheus. And Dark Attribute Morpheus, when special summoned by the effect of a Dream Mirror monster, lets you target a card on the field and destroy it. So the targeting kinda sucks, but at the same time you're popping any card on the field, so I think it's fine. And if Dream Mirror of Joy is in the field zone during the main or battle phases, you contribute it to get yourself a Morpheus. So the idea behind the deck seems to kind of be to just swap off between your different Dream Mirror monsters. So you have the offensive boy during your opponent's turn. You have this defensive boy. So that seems to be the idea. Now, for the best Dream Mirror card, Dream Mirror Fantasy. It's a normal trap, and it is only activatable if you control a Dream Mirror monster. It lets you target one each of your banished Dream Mirror of Joy and Terror, shuffle them into the deck, and if you do, non-targeting, banish one card on the field, and if a Dream Mirror cards would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish them from the graveyard instead. This is a harder once per turn. So, yeah, this is really good, especially considering if you open up a field spell, during the end phase, you'll be able to swap to the next one and then swap back the field spell. So if you have fantasy, it will always be live. It's resource recursion, solid removal. I only run it at 2 though, just because there's very limited space in this deck. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but we do have the third and the extra if you want it to. But yeah, this is the best Dream Mirror card by far. Now as far as generic support, because I did say I had to do a lot of finagling. Uh, we just ran level 1s and kaiju. So let's go over the kaiju first. It's Gamma Seal. It's a trade-in target. We have like 9 trade-in targets in this deck, so it's perfectly fine how it is, where it is, I think. So it's pretty good stuff. As far as our level 1s go, well, we also have 1-for-1, so we can make sure to always get down the field. Our level 1s, though, are free Jester Confit, which basically just special summons itself for free, so it's really good. And Watchcat, which special summons itself if you control no monsters. It also has an end phase effect if it was special summon, letting you get like you can do a spell or whatever. But we don't really have that, so we don't worry about it. But yeah, basically this is a great way to build up field presence, and it makes our Where Art Thou active. So if you don't know where Art Thou is, yeah, Art Thou. Well, unless you play gimmicky level 1 decks, you probably don't. But I love Where Art Thou. Basically, if you control a level 1 monster face up, you add a level 1 from your deck to your hand, and during the end phase, if you did not normal summon the added monster or card with the same name, you take 2,000. So, Where Art Thou is a great searcher. Both our Ichalos are level 1. We have special summon things we can use, so we can have a bit of a rank 1 pool that we can access here. But yeah, pretty good stuff. It hardly ever came up, unfortunately, but the ability to search at all is pretty much awesome. Now as far as the rest of our cards, already went over trade-in. You need draw power in this deck, and trade-in just works because a lot of the times these are all dead, except for Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal is a good turtle, and he'll always live. And now, because we also have our 1 terraforming because we need a field spell. and free Storming Mirror Force, because there's a lot of instances where this deck just really can't get it going, and you need to be able to stall as best you can, and most people don't really expect a Mirror Force to happen. You would think that this deck could capitalize on getting your opponent getting Mirror Force, but you would just be wrong. But yeah, so that's the main deck. Now as far as our extra deck goes, we have free Link Karibo because we have a lot of level 1s, and Link Karibo Pass is like, it can help you avoid an OTK, potentially. We got our Nightmare Package because, Nightmare Package is good. And now we just have some rank 1s. So we have Lyrilisk Assembled Nightingale, can be made with 2 or more level 1 monsters. Gains 200 for each Xyz unit it has, can attack directly, and can attack once for each Xyz unit it has. It can also protect itself by detaching a overlay unit from itself. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, and you take no damage from battles involving it. This is like probably the coolest rank 1 monster, but so we're running it because we can get like sometimes 3 or 4 level 1s on board. That's very rare to do, but we can do it, so it's here. And now we have Disdainful Bird of Paradise. This was also released in Rising Rampage. Requires 2 level 1s, has the Tower effect, and once per turn as a quick effect, you can detach both its materials so that it cannot be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage from attacks involving it. So, it's a very good stall card, especially in like rank 1 heavy decks. Yeah, honestly, it's very cool. I do like this card a lot. And lastly, we have Slacker Magician. Rank 1 requires 2 level 1s, and once per turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that targets it, you can detach a Xyz material from it to negate the activation. So, again, pretty basic stuff for our extra deck. This is mostly a main deck anyhow. But I think she's pretty good, just if your opponent's using a lot of weird janky stuff that targets. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But honestly, outside of Disdainful Bird of Paradise, I would say you can run whatever rank 1s that you really want to. Most of them, though, do keep in mind it is pretty hard to get like more than 2 level 1 monsters on board. So keep that in mind when you're building. And now for the side deck, we already went over the Dream Mirror Fantasy. We have Heavy Storm Duster for a little bit of alternate spell trap removal. Couple field barriers because our field spells are important. The deck does not function without them, and we will protect them because they are good mirrors. Free Twin because best side deck card in existence, besides paying for tops, I guess. But you know what I mean. It's good spell trap removal. Called by the Grave because let me tell you something about Ash Blossom. Ooh, that hurts this deck so much. And free Dark Hole in the side because I like field wipes, and this deck kind of needs them sometimes to survive and stall. But we can't capitalize on it. Okay, we would like to, but we cannot. But yeah, so that's the deck. If you're new here, we just go over a few replays. I show you the combos, things going well, things not going well, things I thought I could do better. We have 3 replays this time to show. One will be a average game, one will be a bad game, and one will be a perfect game. And I'll go over the sort of how consistently those things happen. But yeah, that all being said, I'll see you guys in the first game. Alright, friends, welcome to the first replay with Vituser. We are Fias because Morpheus got asleep. Yeah, my name wasn't very creative this time. And we are going first. So be aware, this is an extreme going first deck, and we have opened up very well. Anytime you open with a Dream Mirror monster as well as the opposite field spell, you're in for... Well, you can make plays at least. Yeah, so gonna go ahead and special Watch Cat, activate the Mirror of Joy, summon the Mara. Mara tributes itself for Ikalos. Ikalos will get us a search of the Dream Mirror Fantasy. Then we set Dream Mirror Fantasy, Storming Mirror Force, use the Watch Cat to make a Link Karibo. We have this to go as a quick effect to summon a Morpheus. from hand off of Mara. And in a second, well, actually, it's not live yet. I wanted to keep the Dream Mirror of Terror because of that, but the fantasy would have been live. I also didn't know we were playing it, so better to just sort of hold off on it. Yeah, our Cyber Dark opponent is going first. He's going to Foolish for the Ling Ling Bird, discard to search Claw, or did he search Claw? Oh no, he searched Horn, okay. He searched Horn for the piercing damage, I guess, which is a fair play. So Claw searches the Inferno. We're going to go ahead and go to Mara, which will get us our Morpheus from hand. We went ahead and did this because the Inferno prevents his Cyber Darks from being targeted, and seeing as all of our good effects target, it was best to handle it right then and there. So yeah, summon Morpheus. Morpheus pops the Inferno. He does get Horn with Claw, though. He's going to try to attack to send something from the extra deck with Claw. Let's see. Yeah, extra deck. What could he have sent? Let's see. A 5-headed dragon, regular Cyber Dark, Cyber Darkness Dragon. Yeah, there we go. There's the Intis. Yeah, he was probably gonna end up sending Intis, which would have been bad for us because he could pop our stuff. So we're just not giving him the chance to attack. But so Ball's backstory in our court now. We switch over to the Dream Mirror of Joy. So Mara and Morpheus effects are active. Because we have a Terror and Joy in our Banish Zone now, our Dream Mirror Fantasy is live. So we are in a fairly good position here going into this next turn. Go ahead, tribute that to get the Icarus search. Go for battle. A little bit of damage here. Morpheus is going to trade in for other Morpheus. His effect to not be destroyed, kind of pointless right now, but I did just want to get extra damage, and because we're going to be switching back to Dream Mirror of Terror in our next turn, we want his effect to be active. So a little more damage is pretty good. So we switch back to Terror, and our opponent is going to go ahead and search some more. He tries to go for another Inferno. We go for Mara. Mara gives us Morpheus. Morpheus pops the Inferno. Then Edge is happening. Again, he's probably going to try to do the Intis Burn type thing. So we go ahead and Dream Mirror Fantasy him, getting back 2 of our field spells. And at that point, the replay ended. Though we would have probably had game next turn. So that was the deck absolutely going off against our opponent, who was using Cyber Darks. So if you open well against Cyber Darks, that's basically what you can do, but that's basically like the apex of this deck's performance. Okay, this is the best this deck can do. Now, I'm gonna show you sort of like a average game with this deck. You know, like just sort of what you'll normally get playing it. But yeah, I'll see you guys there. Okay, welcome to the second replay with Art. He is playing a Danger Zombie World thing, you know, pretty popular build of the deck, I think. And we have opened without a field spell. So this is actually an average hand for this deck, surprisingly enough. But, you know, we can make a rank 1 here, so that's probably fine. But yeah, so we are managing to go first. Go to Special Summon the Watch Cat, make Link Karibo. There we go. We make Link Karibo, or we make a rank 1. I didn't want to waste the Icarus immediately, though, so yeah. You know, our opponent's going ahead and doing danger things. Just gonna go ahead and get 4 on board. So you know that's something that happened. Normal summon the Spirit King. Fine. Battle phases, we go and tribute Link Karibo for the effect. And we drew another brick. We go ahead and kaiju the Spirit King, or the Doom King, sorry. Because if he gets Zombie World, which as you can see he does have access to, I'd rather him not be able to have the negates, and this is just a smaller number, so yeah, that's right, we just make another Link Karibo. Yes, I love my Link Karibo Turbo deck. So he's doing zombie combos. He's getting that Zombie World, makes the Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber gets him the Glow Up Bloom. He's able to make the Sucker, making a Whirl. He is now in the best position. Yeah, so he does banish our Link Karibo. We're going to be taking some big damage here. Well, we were going to be taking big damage, but then he decided to link off into Appaloosa. Alright, so as you can see, this still does not help us. At this point, we're just trying to cycle through field spells, but we got negated, so we can't do that. And now Doom King is coming back. He's going to attack for game. And that's kind of the normal game. You know, your opponent, they can make plays, they can do combos, and you just didn't. Yeah, but that's about how an average game with this deck goes. You know, it bricks super easily, no matter how much consistency boosting you try to shove into it. But yeah, so now last replay is going to be it's going to be the deck's weakness. It's Bane, if you would, and you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that in a second. I'll see you guys there. Okay, on to the final duel with Shu Yishin, I think, and he's playing a Fossil Dyna deck. You know, if you don't know Fossil Dyna, when it's flipped face up, it destroys all special summon monsters on the field, and neither player can special summon monsters while it's present. You're gonna see how this deck competes with a Fossil Dyna. So yeah, but we did manage to go first. Gonna go ahead and summon the Mara because we already had one. Make the Link Karibo. Set the Storming. So slightly better turn one. And yeah, this guy has a really weird deck. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, he's gonna activate Necro Valley, summon Fossil Dyna, activate Royal Tribute. So you know, discard all monsters in hand, which is all of our monsters. He just didn't attack, which I guess is fair enough, I suppose. But now we can't special summon. We have no way to beat over this Fossil Dyna. There's the lose one turn, so we're gonna go ahead and Storming him. He just re-normal summons it. Because we cannot special summon, we are in a heap of trouble here, actually. So you're gonna go ahead and Link Karibo, protect yourselves from damage. Even Dream Mirror of Joy doesn't really help us here, so we did not activate it. So he just attacks us. Yeah, this, as you can tell, this isn't going well. So I figured if you could negate it here, as I already had another one. But in phase, we go ahead and just deck then some. Thankfully, he can't really kill us yet. But the fact that we cannot special summon is a problem. We are out of Dark Mirrors in deck, so that is unfortunate. So at this point, we're just getting hit in the face. Yeah, so we went ahead and did that. More deck thinning. I didn't want to lose targets in deck, but oh well. So we just summoned another Fossil Dyna. And as you can tell, this is our last chance. Okay, we need a good draw here. And it was a terraforming. We set that to look intimidating, but he's going to attack us for game. Yeah, so that's sort of the big problem with this deck. It is wholly reliant on special summoning. I know you can say that about a lot of decks, like, oh yeah, a lot of decks are like meta and they rely on special summoning, but no, they can still play-ish, even if they don't have a special summon. Like, they can still do something. I don't know what, they can do something. This deck does nothing without a special summon, and without a field spell. But yeah, so that's the deck. I'm thinking they're going to have to add more support to this deck, because what it really needs, more normal summons. That's all I think it needs, and it could be, like, usable in some capacity, because otherwise it's just such a pain to play this deck. But yeah, with that being said, let me know what you guys think of the deck. Any improvements I could make, any spicy techs I am missing, because I am sure all of you know what I need that I'm missing. But yeah, like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.